But Sickness, what do you think, man? Can Fnatic get the revenge?
I think Fnatic is going to put up a bigger fight. It's hard to say though. I think Colwn is still the stronger team here, just because I mean, you know, they've been consistently just so great. They didn't make it into our last qualifier, which is true, but you know, Pyrogen and 4K, those guys are beasts. So it's, you know, you can't win them all, but Colwn comes close. So I do think Colwn's gonna take this probably 3-1. Maybe 3-2, but I'm not too sure. How about you? What do you think?
Well, you know what, man? I would have to say that Colwn is obviously the favorite in this matchup, given the history between the two teams. I don't feel, and Luxus did get eliminated. I was actually going to make a comment about him. I don't feel Luxus added a great deal to Fnatic. I feel like they were a strong team. Luxus brought in, you know, some pretty solid fundamentals into the, you know, into the action there, or into the team, I should say. But you know, I'm not very sold yet. You know, Fnatic still looks like a team that's struggling, despite them 3-0ing Millennium. They struggled in certain situations. They did have a little bit better control of the overall situation in the map there. But great shot by AKM, hitting one on Yeepy there. As now you can see that one defender on the left by the double archways, and the last one going to be hanging out. That would be Luxus on that top walkway there. And I don't think AKM and them are aware of like how they're playing it, but great shot, taking out Shrinks too, and now it's going to be a 1v1 as AKM is going to be going up right now against, never mind, Luxus, and he takes a seat.
Against the guy that is dead, and
going up against the man who has been vaporized.
Yeah, it's Colwn is, man, they starting so strong. That's why they are arguably the best team in the world. You know, they can just come in, take the first attack round they do, and now they have a 2-0 lead, and Yeepy is going to have to try to equalize things a bit here, shooting the little rockets, going around. He's going to see if there's a guy playing at the L, and there is, and he's going to try to maybe isolate him, but no, he's actually just going up and waiting for him over here, which is, ooh, almost gets hit by that spam right there. So I agree with that play that he did. Sometimes that defender will, you know, rotate a little bit early, and you can get an open shot onto him, but in this situation, he didn't, but there he is. AKM is moving back towards the point a little bit.
Some good movement.
Yeah, some great movement so far. And Yeepy has to face 3 players on the point right now. He took one of them out. He's down to 10 seconds though, and he's gonna have to either try to go for a kill. Oh, he does get one of them, but no, he gets taken out there at the end by AKM. So that was looking like he could have maybe taken that round, but AKM with some strong defense right there.
Yep, now it's going to be wins here. And you know, again, in talking about these two teams, Fnatic has been going with that top strat there where they move a defender right on the catwalk. You're going to see Lux is right back there again. Wins now is going to be facing up against Strengths. Now, he did lose 1 armor, though, granted. So now Wins in a little bit of a pickle here. But, yeah, it almost feels like that strategy makes sense, but not for the amount of time that Luxus is up there for. I think that there could be some modifications, but let me shut up though. Luxus does get a hit. Yeepy with the shot on Wins. That's why they're playing and not me. But I just call it as I see it. It hasn't been as beneficial, you know, at the end, more of the end game than in the beginning. Yeah, it's a great strategy. You have a full overhead view of the map, but at the end game, I don't know. I feel like some rotations should be necessary, but hey.
Yeah, I agree. It's maybe a little bit tricky to, you know, get off from that ledge without opening yourself up to a shot.
Exactly, because you're gliding down, and it's just going to create a kind of bad situation for you to be in, and especially if you're in a 1v1 and you're still trapped up there, it really is reliant on your teammates being reactive and just making, you know, like telling you, come down, rotate, you know what I mean? And
he's got to choose the right time, definitely, for sure. He comes down from that. He's been doing pretty well so far, and Strengths gets hit twice, but he does take out 1, and then he gets killed right there from AKM. So, you know, nothing's really happening as of yet for Fnatic's attack rounds. Now we got Sturmy looking to extend the lead a bit here. You know, this would be pretty huge if he can pick up this attack round, and it's always so crazy when we watch Colwn. Oh, there we go, that was close. You know, Colwn, they have such a good team that they have Sturmy as their third attacker, and that's just it just goes to show you, man, how good this team is. When you got Sturmy on your third attack, it's just like, what?
Well, yeah, and you know, it's funny that you mentioned that. That's something that I, you know, feel like right now where we are at in the current state of Shootmania, while there are some players who do a good job of playing, you know, gold defense, it really does boil down to having very versatile teammates. And I was talking, you know, actually with a friend of mine who was just getting into Shootmania, and I was telling him about Curse and how Curse, you know, North American team, they are the closest looking team to a European team, I would say. SK as well, but more so Curse, because all three of those players on that team can attack and can defend, like the champions. They could do that consistently, and everyone can. It's not like it's something where like, oh, you know, like I'm never going to be able to get an attack round, because if you have an attack round, you're playing at this level and you don't win, that's not good. But the key here is, by the way, Lux is on a tear right now, and now he's going to be in a 1v1 against Sturmy. If you do want a defender up, it should be Sturmy. He has been playing very good on defense, and this is what I'm talking about though. But unfortunately, he did get faked out by the movement from Luxus. Luxus wins the round. His count's going to be 4-3. But just to go back to what I was talking about before, you know, you want to have that versatility on your team, and a lot of the top European teams have that. We see it with Colwn, we see it with Fnatic, we saw it with Millennium as well, and you can't even forget Dignitas. All of those players can light it up whenever it needs to happen. There's no defined roles. And the NA community is definitely adapting more to that as well. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's always good to have three people that can just tear up attack rounds. Here we got AKM with a nice start to this one. He's actually going back. Okay, so interesting. He's going back, trying to see if that guy is. Yeah, he was trying to see if he was, you know, maybe going to give him an open shot, but no, he wasn't. Pretty disciplined over there, but now as he time ticks down, he does have to rotate. Smart. There it is. So AKM playing very smart right now. He's got 10 seconds left, and it's going to be a 2 armor on 1 defender situation here. He's going for the capture, and he gets it. So Colwn, you know, is able to answer back after, you know, Fnatic does get that 1 attack round, and Colwn's looking really strong, man. That is just so freaking dirty how AKM did that. He knew that the defender was going to have to rotate. Did he just hit like 50 freaking rockets? What? My lord. What I was saying was, like, AKM knew that the defender had to stay there. He put so much pressure on him, and he knew, I'm going to get to this goal way before this guy's going to be able to get there, because I have control of this side of the map. That was so smart, guys. Take notes of how you should be playing this. Very talented players here going up against each other. The cream of the crop. And now GP, he is going to connect, but the rocket went through the laser in that instance. Yeah, well, I guess he didn't hit the rocket exactly. We were lagging a little bit, though. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, the spectator mode isn't exactly what these players are seeing, obviously. And here we got wins coming up. Going on the left side a little bit, so this is, you know, just pretty standard attack route here. Ooh, get the hit 1. Wow, that was a very nice spam from Strings right there. Or was that? Yeah, I think that was spam. It might have been a laser. I'm not too sure. But either way, we got wins here. He's got some open shots here onto Lux's right there, but he isn't able to land it, and he's gonna try to jump up. But, ooh, nice shot right there onto Lux's. So wins is actually looking pretty decent in this round. He's down to 2 armor, but he's still got a little bit of time. He's got 5 seconds before the points open, and he knows where that defender is. He's a little bit isolated, so if he wants to charge him, he could do that. But no, he's gonna go to the point, takes out Yeepy, and he's gonna try to kill Strings. There's 10 seconds left. Is he going to be able to defend? He's down to 1 armor, so it's just going to take 1 shot. Is he going to be able to do it, though? He goes onto the pole, and he captures it, so Wins is able to get another attacking round for Colwn, man. And Colwn, oh man, I can't say it enough. These guys are just so good. I know. Now Strength's attacking here for Fnatic, and they just can't seem to get anything together at this time. Let's see what Strengths is going to be doing, knowing that AKM is going to be by the fence. Wins hanging out in the back. Then you're going to have Sturmy by the laser pad all the way in the back there. Strengths knows he has to be careful with this cross because a shot could come, so he does manage to make it through. Sturmy decides to save that shot as he's going to have a very clear, or actually not clear, but a small angle here to work with. Strengths going up. Strengths needs to be careful here, knowing that there's going to be 1 defender at the bottom and another one by the goal post. Sturmy still hanging out over by the laser pad here. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Strengths' point of view. Strengths is going to be in a little bit of a pickle here. Kind of stuck up top. Can't really do much here. Throwing down the laser. Can't connect without one. 12 seconds on the clock. Strengths now. Another laser. Can't connect with that either. Rocket, though, connects with Strengths' face. As Sturmy connects with 2, 3. Unbelievable. Yeah. Wow. So that Strengths wasn't able to hit anything right there. He really couldn't. And that's, I mean, hopefully
hopefully the Fnatic guys will, you know, kind of step up their attack rounds a little bit. I don't know why they're, you know, they're looking not up to par right now, and Stormy has the chance to finish the map off right now, 9-3. That would be quite a statement for Colwn to win the first map like that. But you know, he is going to have to take this attack round if he wants to do that. But you know, Colwn is in such a good situation right now. They're just leading by so much, and Stormy's doing a little dance over here, dodging those rockets pretty nicely, and he isn't able to get a shot onto any of these defenders yet, but he's gonna try to see if he can, and there we go. He does get one shot onto Strengths. So now he's down to 2 armor. He's got 4 seconds left before the point is open, so he's gonna make his way around. He's trying to see if that guy on the pole is gonna peek out a little bit, and he does after he lands a shot. And ooh, nice shot right there from Stormy. So Stormy has the chance to finish things off. 5 seconds left. He's gonna go onto the point, and he doesn't get it. What was that? How high did that go? That was what, like
94%. He was 6% away from capping it. Not even a point second. Oh, unbelievable, man. That was a very clutch play there. But look at the pressure here being applied by AKM, not going for the fence there. But Luxus is going to end up getting this one. This is going to be pretty dangerous, man. Granted, they are going to be up by 3, but now AKM's going to be all the way in the back of the base here, and Luxus knows he has to make a move. Yeah,
AKM. Oh, yeah, there we go. So that didn't really pay off. He did get one. He pretty much traded, but
if he would have gotten the double tap, then it would have made more sense to do that. But
you know,
didn't.
So yeah, sometimes you got to take risks, I suppose. Luxus, though, is in a very good position. But, you know, you can't count Stormy out, man. Stormy is probably a little mad about that last round. He was so close. Let's see if he can defend here. The point is now open. Luxus is inching his way towards it. He gets hit once by Stormy and again by Stormy. So, very nice end of the round for Stormy. He is just a beast, man. There's no two ways about it. Colwn takes the first map.
They put points to 15. But get server fixed.
Yeah, so.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
the map
all right.
Is over, though. It
well,
is 9-4.
in any case, the map is over. We are going to be